Well, big changes underway in terms of British politics, and the latest comments from Nigel Farage, I think, very interesting. Of course, speculation continues as to whether Nigel will return to the front line of party politics or not. Before I get to that though, just allow me to thank the many members here on the channel. If you do want to become a member and support the channel, do see the link down below. We've had Steve, clearly a fan of the Swiss direct democracy system. Andrew, meanwhile, not very happy, it looks like, with what he's seeing from those in Westminster at the moment. And Carol, one of those, and you see all the members there with the members badge next to their name. Carol urging people to wake up and vote Reform. In terms of the next general election, well, it seems there's sort of characteristic faffing around being reported over the weekend that you're looking for everything from October to maybe November to maybe December, but possibly June or July. So a complete lack of decisiveness then, it seems, from Rishi Sunak's government. But hey, we're used to that, aren't we? I thought these comments though from Nigel Farage speaking to the Telegraph when he's interviewed recently by Camilla Tominey show you just how big the change could be, the shift could be at the next general election. Just watch this.
There is no Tory party.
But okay, there's no Tory party. So you're happy to have a government run by Starmer, more left-wing than Blair. So we'll see the introduction of votes for the 16-year-olds. We'll see realignment with the EU. We'll see mass immigration. All of the things that you stood against, we're now going to have for 4 years, 8 years.
I didn't do a deal. I didn't withdraw 320 candidates against the Conservatives in 2019, having personally got rid of Mrs May, because the Tory party didn't have the balls to do it themselves. I didn't do that to have migration at record numbers, to have 120,000 young men cross the English Channel, to have the tax burden at the highest since 1948. We've been completely betrayed, with or without me. I think Reform will get more votes than the Conservatives at the next election.
Really?
I do, in terms of numbers. How that transpires in seats is absolutely anybody's guess.
Now, the prospect of Reform overtaking the Conservatives in the next general election, obviously a monumental task for Reform. However, just consider this, others picking up on this, including Ian Martin there, that in the latest YouGov poll, national poll, there are now just 4 points between these two parties. So if you look at the latest YouGov poll this week, the Tories now have dipped below 20%. They're on 19. Labour with a whopping great big lead there, 45%. Reform on 15. Lib Dems 8. Greens 7. Interesting, I thought here, that though Keir Starmer leads Sunak on the best PM question, 33 to 18, actually the clear winner is none of the above, 45% saying they can't decide or back either of them. And then as ever, when you break down these figures, you see some really interesting statistics. So of those who voted Conservative at the last general election, 46% only now still intending to vote Tory, 31% switching to Reform, only 14% switching to Labour. Of Leavers, again, Reform's now the most popular party, 33% compared to the Conservatives on 30% with Brexiteers. When it comes to working class voters, Reform have overtaken the Tories now, 19% to 16%. In England, Reform are only 3 points behind the Tories, 16 to 19%. In Wales, there's a very small sample there, but Reform ahead 21 to 13. And finally, Reform also ahead in the north of England. Now, of course, under the first past the post system, a huge amount of votes nationally can actually mean very few or no seats. But there does seem to be a tipping point under first past the post where if Reform could overtake the Conservatives, at that point, they could be looking at winning a significant number of seats. But let me know what you make of what Nigel had to say there. Can you see Reform overtaking the Tories or not? Who are you currently intending to back? Do let me know in the comments below, please. I will, of course, keep bringing you all the latest on this and more. So please do whack this video a quick thumbs up. And of course, as ever, cheers for watching.